Recording in progress.
Right. Okay, guys. Good morning and welcome back. Hope you can hear me properly. Let's start the class. Make sure to turn on the videos and wait. Huh? Right. Okay. So now we have many things to do, but I'm going anyhow. Everything I'm discussing everything. So my fixed date is Thursday. In near future, sometimes I will take Friday as well. Clear to you, right? So I know most of you guys are watching the recordings. When you are watching the recordings, update me via WhatsApp or at least leave a comment the YouTube video, right? So then I can have a clear idea you have watched the recording or not. Can you hear me? Right? Okay. So it's like this now. I want to tell you something. Now we have fully finished the first lesson, accounting and its need, and we discussed the past papers as well. Then we discuss about unit 2, accounting equation. Full past paper discussion has done. Now we have finished last Thursday double entry system revision. You know, we discuss about the double entry system. Then after that we discuss about prime entry book in next last Saturday. We discuss about VAT, discounts, and those kind of things. Can you hear me, guys? Right? Today, what is now primary books in the Minimeban? I have uploaded a PDF to the LMS. Can you hear me, guys? Right? So I have uploaded a PDF to the LMS. Once you log into the LMS, you can log into the LMS. I'll tell it to you. Turn on the videos and wait. It's good, huh? Right. So right. Once you log into the LMS, you can visit class tudes and books, right? Class tude and books visit. දෙදස් විසි පහේකට විතරයි මම මේක අප්ලෝඩ් කරලා තිබ්බේ, right? Log into class tudes and books. You can write subject wise as well, right? So speed revision. There are two PDF. You know, I'll remove this and make a management account මම අර කලින් කරපු එකක්. I'll remove it. Now these are the two things, right? Uh, speed revision, accounting equation, homework. මම අර day 1 recording එකේ මම කිව්වා about the homework. Can you hear me, guys? Right? So hope you have downloaded it and take a printout. And as well, today I have uploaded a note as well. Today morning. So it's 2024. It should be 2024, 2025. Showing as 2022. I'll check it, right? Dependent 2022 කියලා මම මේ 2025 වලට change කරන්න, right? 2025 June 5th, right? So you can see this is the tute, right? There are 16 pages. All the calculations and everything I have uploaded in here. Send me a thumbs up if it is clear to you, right? Online, right? So these are the things I have uploaded. It's in the 2025 speed revision class, right? 2026 අයට මම මේක දාන්නේ මොකද past papers නේ කරන්නේ 5 අයට වෙනම තියෙනවා. දැන් මෙහෙම this is the thing I want to tell you, right? Okay, now look here, this part is really important to understand the recordings and everything. Can you hear me? Right? Okay. So this is like this, you know, unit 3 double entry system, day 1. Now in unit double entry system, day 1, this includes unit 4 part 1 as well. අපි ගිය Thursday, last not Thursday, Friday. Well, Thursday I didn't do the class. I did the class on Friday. So I discussed about double entry system as well as prime entry book day 1. right? Now I have unit 4 is the primarily book, but I have divided it into 4 parts. Primarily book part 1, primarily book part 2 is the control account, part 3 is the bank reconciliation, part 4 is the error correction. This control account, bank reconciliation, error correction, all the things are also coming under unit 4. Is it clear to you? Send me a thumbs up. That's why there are 4 parts. First part is about the primary books, right? Second part is about the control account. Third part is the bank reconciliation. Fourth part is the error correction. Send me a thumbs up if it is clear to you. Right? Then, right? Send me a thumbs up. I didn't receive any thumbs up. Hope you can, right? So now, then make sure. Now, when it comes to day 1, last Friday, day 1 man kata kara unit 3 and unit 4 part 1. Or record එකට ගියාම බලා ගන්න පුළුවන් last Thursday video එකේ, right? Video recordings වලට ගියාම you can have a clear idea, right? Speed division. Last, not Thursday, I think it's Friday, right? You can see in here last Friday, right? The last Friday you can see unit 3 and unit 4 part 1, day 1 goes in here. Part 1 day 1, part 1 කියන්නේ මේක, right? Day 1 කියන්නේ primary book මයි කතා කරන්නේ. Last Friday Saturday මම කතා කරේ unit 4 part 1 is the primary book, day 2. Today also unit 3 and 4 part 1 day 3 as well. Other recordings දෙකක් යනවා. Primary books ටික ඉවර කරාම part 1 එක ඉවරයි. ඊට පස්සේ එනවා මොකද මම unit 3 and 4 එකටනේ කරන්නේ, right? ඊළඟට එනවා unit 3 මේ part කියන එක එන්නේ unit 4 වලට විතරයි. unit 3 වලට part 1 part 2 කියලා නෑ. only one unit. But unit 4 there are 4 parts: primary books, control accounts, bank reconciliation, error correction. Can you hear me, guys? Right? Okay. So now unit 4 part 1 is about primary book. So there are part 1 උත් යනවා day 1, day 2, day 3 කියලා. අද day 3 යනවා. ඊළඟට after that unit 4 part 2, if it is unit 4 part 2, it's about the control account. Is it clear to you? ඒක day 1 විතරයි තියෙන්නේ. මොකද ඒක day 2 day 3 යන්නේ නැහැ. පාරි ඉවරක. unit 4 part 3 and 4 ඒක එක දවසින් ඉවර කරනවා. ඒකත් part 3 and 4 එකත් day 1 වලින් අපිට ගොඩක් වෙලාට ඉවර කරන්න පුළුවන්. කතා කරන විදිහ අනුව අපි ඉස්සරහට බලමු. recordings දාද්දි පටල ගන්න එපා. බලද්දි ඒකයි මම කිව්වේ. Unit 3 and 4 part 1. Unit 3 means double entry system. Unit 4 part 1 means primary book. And make. Can you hear me, guys? Understand? Right? Send me a thumbs up. Right? So unit 4 part 2 means it is also the same. Unit 3 and unit 4 part 1 day 2. Day 2 means what? It is also double entry system and the primary book, right? unit 3 එකත් මම තියනවා ගලවන්නේ මොකද ඒක දවසින් කරා අපි වැඩි වෙලා ගියේ. අද යන්නේ unit 3 and 4 part 1 day 3 යනවා මුලින්ම. ඒ කියන්නේ primary book revision එක කරනවා. ඊට පස්සේ තව රෙකෝඩ් එකක් යනවා 12න් පස්සේ unit 3 and 4 part 2. unit 4 part 2. unit 4 part 2 means what? Control accounts, right? දැන් මම මෙතන මේ days දාලා තියෙනවා. ඔයාලට කියනවා day 1 day 2 අද day 3 යනවා මෙතන. මම ඔයාලට days ගන්න දාගන්න තිබ්බේ ඒක. ඔයා මෙතන පුරව ගන්න. ඒ වගේම unit 4 part 2 ගත්තාම day කීයද කියලා ඔයා මෙතන බලලා පුරව ගන්න. මම මේක recordings ටික ඉවරුනහම I'll tell you what is going on and what is happening, right? Okay. හරි අද interval එකක් දෙන්නම් පොඩි. Right? හරි. Next one. Now, when it comes to past paper discussions, I already sent to you a WhatsApp number. I already sent you a WhatsApp group. Past paper discussions like this. The appear. You hurried පිළිවෙලට වැඩ යනවා. මේ double entry system primary book part 1 means just only primary book. ඒක මම එකට කතා කරන්නේ. ඒකයි මම මෙතන highlight කරලා තියෙන එක part එක. Double entry system, unit 4 part 1, those past per discussion in one session. Then control account, bank reconciliation, error correction, a past paper discussions and in another session. Easy clear to you guys. Understand? Right? That is how it goes. Just remember, I'll already send you the filtered past papers questions relevant to unit uh, 3 and unit 4 part 1. Right? I'll send you the past paper discussions relevant to unit 4 part 2, 3, 4 in another picture like this. Control account, bank reconciliation, error correction. Understood? Clear to you? Right? Am I ready? Right. Okay. Now, let's go with that. Now, put today's date in your writing book. You know, then make a calculations තියෙනවා මම ඒකට ටියුට් එකේ calculations තියෙනවා ගණන් හදන්න නැතුව theory විතරක් කරලා දෙන්න බෑනේ. Calculations තියෙනවා මුලින්ම තියෙනවා you can see I put only one prime in the book exercise which covering all the 8 types of prime in the books: cash receipt journal, cash payment journal, petty cash payment journal, right? So say purchase journal, sales journal, return invoice journal, return outward journal, general journal, which covered everything. I already included only one prime in the book, only prime in the book activity. Then after that, this is about the control account activities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things are there. These are the bank reconciliation activities in here. 1, 2, 3, 4 මේ ඔක්කොම අර government එකෙන් ගහලා තියෙන පොතෙන් තමයි ගත්තේ. In error correction 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 activities are there, 6 and 7. Langada I kept like one box. If there is any concern, you can write it as additional note. Easy clear, you guys understand, right? So try to turn on the videos and wait. These are the things which cover everything, right? The අලුතෙන් ආපු අය කලින් ආපු හිටියේ නැති අය make sure to watch all the recordings in the LMS. I have uploaded everything. You can see there are nearly how many? There are around more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 17 recordings up to now. If you need a pass, this is just not only the revision, just not only the past paper discussion. This is a revision plus past paper, including everything, right? Okay, hope you understood everything clearly up to now, right? So now what I'm going to do now, first of all, before recording the things, I'm going to give you the formats of the prime entry book, right? Can you hear me, guys? Turn on the videos. I think last week I gave you the chart last Saturday 2026 paper revision class. I invited 2025 A-level students to the paper revision class as well. ඔයා මං කියන හැම ක්ලාස් එකටම එන්න වෙනවා. ආවේ නැත්නම් රෙකෝඩ් එක බලන්න වෙනවා. නැත්නම් ඔයාලට ඔක්කොම කවර් කරලා දෙන්න බෑ. This is the limited time. At least I'm giving you the recording. Can you hear me, guys? Right? Send me a thumbs up. Right? So you need to watch the recording. At least if you won't be able to join to the class, watch the recording, because I'm giving the recording, right? And I'm uploading the recording on the same date. එදාම අප්ලෝඩ් කරනවා. අද රෙකෝඩ් එක අද රැවෙද්දි දාන්න. දැන් මම ඔයාලට කිව්වොත් මේ ක්ලාස් එකට එන්න කියලා group එක බලලා එන්න වෙනවා. ඔයාලට එන්න බැරි නම් රෙකෝඩ් එක ඊට පහුවෙන්දම බලලා ඉවර කරන්න. You can find time, right? Then how can I do the still we are not in the uh, company accounts, partnership accounts, right? We need to do management accounting things, everything we need to do in a proper manner, right? Okay, so anyhow I will cover everything, so invite your friends as well, right? Okay, right. make sure දැන් මේකේ මේ රෙකෝඩ් මේ එකම දවසේ දාපුවා පොඩ්ඩක් උඩ පහළ ගිහිල්ලා නම් පොඩ්ඩක් මේ පාර්ට් රෙකෝඩින්ග්ස් වල මේ පාර්ට් බලන්න. දැන් මේ මම අර 26ට කරපු රෙකෝඩින්ග්ස් ඔක්කොම 20 2022 මේ 23rd එකේ දැම්මා. just check about the part, you can see. එතන දැන් අර mix වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. just start with the part 1, then part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, then uh, part 6, right? You can see in part 7, part 8, part 9, part 10, you can see part 11. අර ඒ වගේ මම මේ ඔක්කොම ගානට දානවා. ඒක නිසා ඒවත් හරියට බලලා when you're watching the recordings, make sure to check the parts as well, right? Okay. So, right. So now first of all, write the subheading. Formats of the primary books. Formats of the primary books. Primary books. Write with me. Formats of the primary book. Number 1. Write the number 1. Cash receipt journal. Cash receipt journal. Number 1. Cash receipt journal. You know, in A levels, all the primary books perform only primary book function, not performing ledger account function. So both double entry should be recorded in the ledger accounts, right? This is the format of the cash receipt journal. Date, you know, date, then receipt number. You know, when we receive cash, I told you in last Saturday we issue a receipt. So we take the receipt number, then description, date, receipt number, description, check number, discount allowed, amount received, and the analysis columns. Just only small part, right? Analysis columns. Draw with this with me. Then මේ format එක මතක තියාගන්න ඕනේ anyhow, right? This is the format of the cash receipt journal. Date, receipt number, description, check number, discount, allowed, amount received, analysis column. Can you remember last Saturday we discussed about VAT, right? Analysis columns. Last Saturday I discussed about VAT. Now What are the things called analysis column? What is the term called analysis column? Now you know when we receive cash, our cash asset increase. So to identify the cash receipt to the business, we record in the cash receipt journal, right? And you know when it comes to the ledger, we debit to the cash control account. Can you hear me? Send me a thumbs. We debit to the cash control account because when the cash slips, we need to record in the debit side of the cash control account. Why? You know, when all the receiving all cash receipts, we record in the cash receipt journal. All the cash payments, we record in the cash payment journal. So the cash receipt journal things we debit to the cash control account. Cash payment account things we credit to the cash control account. Because ledger we need to maintain as double entry system as I told you. Now, when it comes to analysis column, it represents what is the where is the credit entry. Then cash හම්බෙනේම සාමාන්‍යයෙන් මොනවද you know only the cash sales credit sales එන්නේ නැහැ නේ ළමයි cash receipt journal එකට credit sales එකට එන්නේ sales journal එකට cash sales right VAT on cash sales VAT on cash sales cash sales එක VAT වෙනවා hope you can remember we discussed about what is if I ask you what is the double entry relevant to sales with VAT. You know when it comes to cash sales, cash control account debit ultimately though we record in the cash receipt journal, it comes to the cash control account debit side. Why? The ledger account in the ledger, no cash control account debit side. So cash control account debit, sales account credit without the VAT amount, VAT control account credit, the VAT amount I told you when we receive VAT, we need to pay it to the government. So our VAT liability increase. Send me a thumbs up. When liability increase, it's credit, right? So you can write. I'll draw like 5 things. My analysis column depends. The analysis column depends on the activity. Activity ke එන විදිය අනුව තමයි අපි ගන්න වෙන්නේ. Receipt from debtors. Receipt from debtors. When we receive cash from debtors, cash control account debit, debtors account credit. Then other income, relevant income sources. Then other receipts, debtors login ut නැති, income ut නැති අනිත්. Like these things are comes under cash control account. Analysis columns actually means where is the credit entry. Send me a thumbs up if you are okay up to here. Right? Send me a thumbs up if you are okay up to here. Hello? Idida? Can you hear me? Send me a thumbs up. I can't hear you. Just any concern, send it to the chat box. Any message? Right. Number 2. Cash payment journal. All cash payments we record under cash payment journal. Hope you can remember. What is the format? Can you remember the format of the cash payment journal? Right? The same format, but things will different. Same format have ඇතුලේ තියෙනවා වෙනස් වෙනවා. Date, not the receipt number. Then payment voucher number. Voucher number. Voucher number. Description, check amount. When we pay cash, we receive discount. So discount received. discount received, and not amount received, it record as amount paid, amount paid. Analysis columns, when the cash, when cash pay from the business, actually cash means in here check. ගොඩක් වෙලාට මේ cash pay කරනවා කියන්නේ petty, above petty cash payments, right? Petty cash, I told you in last Saturday, above petty cash payments are payment via checks, right? So all the cash payment things comes to the credit side of the cash payment journal, the cash control account. So in the analysis column, what is the third you have read? Third one is receipt from debtors, cash sales, VAT on cash sales. In here, receipt from debtors. Madinam, I'll take it to down and write. In here, receipt from debtors. Receipt from debtors. Salli hamben on debtors. Other income and other receipts. Clear to you? Right? Okay, what are the things comes under cash payment journal as analysis column? So what are the cash payments? Cash purchase, cash purchase, cash purchase. Salli dila ganna purchase. VAT on cash purchase. VAT on cash purchase. Purchase करने वाले VAT තියෙනවා. Payments to creditors. Payment to creditors. Other expenses. Other expenses. And other payments. Expenses known and other payments. Right? Finish up here and raise your hands. Then what බැරි වෙන්න බෑ. Cash receipt journal and cash payment journal. Finish the writing up here and raise your. Finish the writing up here and raise your hands. Once you finish, raise your hands. Hope we have done right. Right? Okay. Right. Next one. Cash receipt journal done. I'll give the double entries. Next one. Then write third. I gave you in last Saturday petty cash payment journal. Write the third one. Petty cash payment journal. Petty cash payment journal. Cash receipt journal done. Cash payment journal done. Third one, petty cash payment journal. Petty cash payment journal. I told you we divide payments into two: above petty cash level payments and below petty cash level payments. Above petty cash level payments are mostly made via check, so we write it under cash payment journal. Below petty cash level, the petty cash level depends on the business scale, right? Below petty cash level payments are mostly occur via petty cash payment journal. These are the analysis columns: date, voucher number, petty cash payment voucher number, description, amount paid, and the analysis column. The analysis column. Date, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll take one. Analysis column depends on the thing. Analysis columns depends on the activity, right? Okay. Date, voucher number. This is though this is also same like voucher number. These two vouchers are different. This is payment voucher. This is petty cash payment voucher. Voucher number, description, amount paid, and the analysis column. Right? Analysis columns, like there are many things: postage, traveling. මේවා ගානේ දෙනවා නම් විතරයි ගන්න. Traveling, stationery, refreshments, right? Other expenses, and other payment. Likewise. This is about petty cash payment journal. I'll give you the double entries later once I finish the thing. Next one, number 4, purchase journal. Purchase journal, right? Date, purchase invoice number, description, and the analysis column. There are three analysis columns excluding VAT and including VAT. Purchase invoice means what? In purchase invoice, we record credit purchase of goods, only the goods, trade goods. Understand? Now, when we purchase stocks on cash basis, it goes to the cash payment journal. Why? First, we give the priority to cash. Clearly, right? Date, purchase, invoice, number, description. Not actually the analysis columns. We can write it like amounts, right? So there are three amounts actually. Amounts, right? Excluding VAT, and including VAT with VAT things, right? Including VAT. Because when we purchase goods, VAT also included. I told you about, right? Hope you can remember. Make sure. Make sure watch last Saturday video. It's available in the LMS. We discuss about VAT. Right, I was scrolling down. Finish up here and raise your hand. Then I can scroll down fully. Finish up here. Me structures නැතු what exam එකට යන්න බෑ. That's why I gave you first the structures. Understand? Finish up here and raise your hands. Once you finish, raise your hands. The structures. Okay. Right. So if you need more time or if you need any help, let me know. Shall I scroll down? Two pending raisins. I asked. Done, right? If you need more time, let me know. Number 5. Now, when we purchase goods on credit basis, we can return it. So, return outwards journal. Return outwards. same like this, but it change date. What is the source document we prepare when we return goods? You know, it's debit note, right? Debit note. Description also same. In here, instead of description, you can write supplier. Both are same, right? In here also, debit note, description, or supplier. Here we are writing supplier's name. Purchase return, excluding VAT, VAT including VAT, right? In here, VAT means excluding VAT means the amount subject to uh, return to the supplier. Number 6, number 6, sales journal. Purchase journal record the credit purchase of goods. In sales journal, we record the credit sales of goods. The same format like this. Date, sales invoice number, sales invoice number. Description, not supply, it's buyer. Amounts excluding VAT, VAT including VAT. That is the sales in journal. Is it clear to you? Send me a thumbs up. Are you okay up to here, guys? Finish up to here and raise your hands. If you need more support, let me. Finish it and raise your hands. Can you hear me, guys? Send me a thumbs up. Am I audible to you? Right. Any concern? Send me a thumbs up. Okay. Hope you can hear me. Hello. I know. Dana bana thumbs up. All right. Finish up here and raise your hands. Faster, huh? Don't take enough time because we need to write the double entry and we need to do the activity, control account, everything. Right, all done. Once you finish, raise your hand. Raise your hands once you finish. Right. Number 7. When sales journal, return inwards journal, which inwards, ඔක පැටලෙනවා නම් ලියා ගන්න. Return inwards. මේ දෙක ඔයාලට පැටලෙනවා නම්. Now return outward means purchase return journal. Return outwards journal means purchase return journal. Purchase return journal. Right? Sales journal means, sorry, return inwards means sales return journal. Sales return journal. ගත් ඒවා ආපහු වෙන එක. Two things. Right. You know, date, credit note. When the customers return the goods, we prepare credit note. Description for the buyer. Right. Amounts excluding VAT, VAT including VAT. The same. Same. Number 8. General journal. Right. Now, if you need, you can write like this from the beginning. Right. In the cash receipt journal, we record all cash and check receipts. Right. In cash receipt journal, we record all cash and checks. In cash payment journal, mostly I told you. Now payments categorized into two: above petty cash level payments, below petty cash level payments. The above petty cash level mostly done via check, so all check payments. Petty cash payment journal, all petty cash payments. Purchase journal, credit purchase of goods. In here we record credit purchase of goods. Return outwards journal. In here we record credit purchases return to supplier. In here we record credit sale of goods. Return inwards journal, credit sales return by customer. In general journal, we record other transactions. Other transaction. What are the other things you can write? Closing entries, opening entries, correction of errors, adjustment entries, posting entries, purchase or sale of fixed assets on credit basis, purchase or sale of fixed assets on credit basis, purchase or sale of fixed assets on credit basis, owner's goods drawings, etc. මේ වගේ දේවල් තමයි අපි general journal එකේ we are writing under there, right? You know the format. Date, description, debit and credit. There are journal voucher number as well. Date, journal voucher number, date, journal voucher number, description, debit, or credit. These are the formats of all primary books. Finish it and raise your hands. Finish it and raise your hand. Once you finish, raise your hands. For your raised hands. Once you finish, raise your hands. Faster. If there's any concern, you can send it to the chat box. Are you there, guys? Send me a thumbs up. Hello. Can you hear me? Yamming innoni. Madakkammen. Hope you are there. Send me a thumbs up. Other Ayas. Kaveshi, can you hear? Finish it and raise your hands. Once you finish, raise your hands, then I can get to know you have done. Right. Hope you have done. Now I'll give you the double entries relevant to all the prime in the books, right? You know, all the prime in the books perform only prime in the book function. So all the double entries we need to record in the ledger, right? Hope you can hear me properly, right? Okay. So it's like this. Think. Let's start with the number one, right? Let's start with number one. Write the thing. Double entries after that. Format of the prime in the books after that, right? Double entries relevant to prime in the books. Number one. What is the number one? Cash receipt journal. You know, when we receive cash, we write it in here. So if there's a discount, we deduct the discount amount and write the amount in here. So you know, ultimately, the total of the the total of here amount received column, we record in debit side of the cash control account. Cash control account debit. If I name this as A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, right? So cash control account debit, the F column, right? Other accounts in the ledger, credit. Sales account, credit. Credit in this amount. It means G, G. Then VAT account credit. You know, when we purchase, there can be VAT. So, you know, VAT account credit, H, debtors account credit, I, I. So, other income, like interest income, J, right? Then rent income, J, same thing. These are like other income, right? So if I like other receipt means like bank loan account, receiving bank loan, capital account, like motor vehicle account, Selling a business motor vehicle. These are like other receipts, other receipts. And also you need to know the discounts we record separately. In last Saturday we discussed about discount allowed account debit, debtors account credit, discount allowed account debit, discount allowed is E, debtors O, trade receivables, credit E. This is the discount, right? We write like two entries. This is how it goes. Clear to you? Send me a thumbs up. Can you hear me, guys? Send me a thumbs up. Right. Write the journals, write the double entries up to here and raise your hand. Sitma, we draw the things in here, right? All the prime in the books. So keep space to draw the prime in the books. Huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All the things we have draw like this. Keep like two sides, right? Right. And write the journal entries relevant to. All done? Make sure to write these things, right? 1 A B C D E F G H I J K, right? Then you know you can write the double entries like this. Once we finish, raise your hands. I think we don't have enough time to do the activity. I'll upload the recording regarding the activity doing. We need to go to the control accounts. there's any concern, send it in chat box. Oh, internal. So if there's a transaction like purchase 20,000 goods by paying 1,000 and rest of the amount with how to record in the journal. If sir, if there's a transaction like purchase 20,000 goods by paying 10,000, now we need to prepare two source documents: payment voucher and the purchase invoice. Both things need to record, right? Then it goes to the both prime entity, right? I'll send the picture later. Right. All good, right? Right. Number two, right? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. When we pay cash, cash control account, credit, other relevant ledger accounts, debit, right? So, purchase account, debit, purchase account is H, G, sorry, purchase account, debit, G, right? Then when we pay VAT, our VAT liability decrease, so VAT account debit. Creditor account debit, when we pay cash to creditors, creditor liability decrease. Creditors account debit. Other expenses, like salaries, rent, interest, salaries, rent expense account, interest. The other expenses are J. The other expenses means expenses, right? These are other expenses, right? And other payments, other payments means like payment to purchase non-current assets, loan, those things, right? You can write bank loan account. When we pay bank loan account debit, K. But bank loan interest is coming under other expense. So drawings account, owner's cash drawings, right? Likewise, rent advance account, it is an asset account. Sorry, yes, it is an asset account. These are other payments. And cash control account, credit. Cash control account is if, and not only that, we need to record the discounts as well. I told you creditors account, debit from the discount value. The discount value is E. Discount received account, credit. Finish it and raise your hands. Finish up here and raise your hand. Once you finish, raise your hands. Once you finish, raise your hands. Done. Right. Next one. Second primary book also done. Third one. Now you can see cash receipt journal things debit to the cash receipt journal, credit to the cash payment journal things, credit to the cash receipt journal things, debit to the cash control account, cash payment journal things, credit to the cash control account. Next one. Petty cash payment voucher, petty cash payment journal. A B C E E F G H I J. Now, petty cash is also there's a impress system. Can you remember? Now, think petty cashier works under main cashier, right? So, main cashier gives a specific amount of money to the petty cashier. Now, think main cashier gives around 5,000 to the petty cashier to pay the petty cash expenses. That is the impress. Now think petty cashier made like 3,000 amount of payments. So at the end of the month, you can see there is a 2,000 remaining amount. So main cashier gives petty cashier only 3,000, not 5,000. Why? There is a remaining 2,000. Gave 5,000, paid 3,000. There is a remaining 2,000. So main cashier gives petty cashier only the 3,000 amount equal to the expense, right? So how drawings become a payment? Drawings is kind of a cash payment, cash outflow, right? It is other payment, right? Not an expense, right? Okay. So now you know when the petty cash expenses made, you know petty cash control account debit, petty cash account debit, relevant other account debit, you know postage account debit, traveling account debit. These are expenses. You can see postage account debit number 3, postage account debit, it's E, traveling account debit, F, stationery account debit, G. Refreshments account debit, H. Other expenses, what are the kind of like miscellaneous those things? Other expenses, I. Other payments means things which comes under petty cash limit, creditors payments, carriage inwards account, These are separately write it on the expense account. Creditor control account. These are other payments. Credit the petty cash account. Now you know values. First we write the amount paid, then analysis columns. මේ දෙකේම ලියනවා 100 ගත්තොත් මේකෙත් ලියනවා මේ එකකී මේ ඔක්කොගෙම එකකත් ලියනවා. So amount paid, which means you know in here D goes to finish up to here and raise your hands. Now number 4 about sales journal. Sorry, purchase journal. If I write this A, B, C, D, E, F. Now, first we identify the VAT excluded thing, VAT thing, and including VAT thing, right? You know, purchase account debit, the amount excluded VAT thing, right? So you know, purchase account debit, VAT excluded value T, VAT control account debit, VAT account E column, VAT control account debit by last Saturday I told you we identify VAT excluding the sorry when we purchase things we pay VAT, so our VAT liability decrease. Creditor control account credit including VAT account. If creditor control account credit, if excluding VAT, sorry including VAT. Right. Hope you have done right. Number 5, right? Return outwards, which means purchase return. We are returning goods to suppliers, credit basis purchases. So if I write you like A, B, C, E, F, right? You know, creditor control account debit full, excluding VAT account amount, right? Creditor control account debit VAT එක ගන්න. කලින් ගද්දි creditor control account credit වුණා නම් ඒවා යවද්දි creditor control account debit F. So when we purchase goods, VAT liability increase. When we return it, VAT liability decrease. So VAT control account. Sorry, when we purchase goods, our VAT liability increase. Sorry, when we purchase goods, our VAT liability decrease. Why? Yeah, we can set off it. I told you last Saturday. When we sell goods, we collect VAT. Our VAT liability increase. When we purchase goods, we pay VAT. So we can set off it. You know, input and output VAT can set off. So when we purchase it, our VAT liability decrease, right? That's why we debited. But when we return it, we need to remove this debit entry. So VAT control account, credit from this value, how much? E. You know, when we purchase goods, I told you purchase account debit. When we return goods, return outwards account. It is the expense decreases account. D value, which means excluding VAT value. Number 6, sales journal. When we sell goods, you know, if I write you A, B, C, D, E, F. When we sell goods, debtor asset increase. So when we sell goods on credit basis, our VAT liability also increase because we need to pay it to the government. You know, debtor control account debit, F, including VAT account, right? So VAT control account, credit E, VAT amount, sales account credit E. Right. Next one. Number 7. Return inverse journal, sales return. If I draw like A, F. When the customers return the goods, debtor control account credit. By when we uh, sell the goods on credit, debtor control account debit. When customers return it, debtor control account credit. F. When we sell goods, our VAT liability increase. When it return, you need to remove that increased VAT. So VAT control account debit from the VAT amount. Then when the sell goods, sales income increase, sales account credit. When it return income decrease. So we write it as return inwards account. F. Number 8, last one. General journal, right? Other transactions are recorded under here. Is it clear to you? Send me a thumbs up. Can you hear me? Right? Other transaction. So you know. So when we write the things in here, I'll draw the general journal same as this. This is the general journal. Yes. Be concerned. Right. This is the general journal. If I draw like owner's goods drawings, let's take put today's date, 5th of June 2025, journal voucher number 1. So drawings account debit, take 2000. When we write the credit entry, we keep some space. Purchase account credit. Write the narration like this. Recorded owners Goods drawing. Rupees 2. Finish after here and raise your hands. Hope you are still writing. Now, when you are looking with this one, be careful. Still, sometimes you may miss with like closing entries and opening entry, right? It's like this. Now, closing entries means asset liability equity accounts balance both for the next accounting period. But income and expense account we close within this year and transfer to the P&L. Now, for an example, right? It's like this. Now if I take about an expense account, right? Rent account, rent expense account, right? And if I take like commission income account, rent expense account, cash control account credit, rent expense account debit 2000. Commission income account, first we record in the cash receipt journal and we record under cash control account debit side. So cash control account debit, commission income account credit, right? So I can balance this. So 2000, 2000 BCD 2000, BBF 2000. Can you hear me, guys? Send me a thumbs up. In here, 10,000, 10,000. BCD, 10,000 debit side. BBF, credit side, 10,000. Like this. Now, expense account BBF debit side like 2000. We transferred it to the PNL. So, when we are transferring expense account credit, මේක අපි credit කරොත් මේ BBF ආපු එක මේ account එක ඊළඟ අවුරුද්දට යන්නේ close වෙනවා. PNL account debit, now we why debit side of the PNL? There's a statement from top to bottom. Yes. Now PNL is a statement. We write from beginning profit or loss statement, sales minus cost of sales, opening stock. But in the past, it was a ledger account. If I write PNL, income accounts we write under credit side, expense account we write under debit side. So, sales credit, cost of sales debit. So, sales, අපි අර account tab balance කරනවා වගේ හිතන 500,000 මෙතනට ගන්නවා. B හිතන cost of sales 300,000. So, BCD 200,000. Gross profit BCD 200,000. Gross profit BBF 200,000. අන්න ඒ වගේ තමයි එන්නේ. එතකොට expense accounts debit side එකට එන්නේ. That's why rent expense account credit, P&L account debit. Send me a thumbs up if right. That's why. එතකොට අපි අර closing entries කියන්නේ expense income accounts අවුරුද්ද අන්තිම close කරලා P&L එකට මාරු කරන එක. right. ඒකත් අපි දානවා. දැන් අපි ගත්තොත් මේකේ ලියනවා. එහෙම මාරු කරන්න කලින්. rent expense account credit, profit or loss statement account debit. මේක අවුරුද්දේ අන්තිමට right. So if I write opening entries, opening before recording the BBF balance as opening, we need to write it in the general journal. For an example, building account debit 200,000. So debtors account debit, debtors control account debit 300,000. Normally, as a creditors account credit value, capital account credit, opening assets debit side equal, debit side total should be equal to credit side. එහෙම දාලා තමයි අපි opening BBF දාන්නේ. තේරුණා නම් දාන්න බලන්න thumbs. Right? That is how it goes. That is the term called opening inventories and closing inventories. Closing inventories means closing entries means transferring P&L entry income and expense entries to the P&L. Opening entries means before recording the BBF balance, recording those things in the general journal. Other thing, error corrections, adjustments we are learning in future, posting entries, those kind of things. Right. So this is the format of the things. Now you can see there is an activity. ඉතින් ඔයාලට පේනවා මේ opening balance උත් තියෙනවා. ඒක දාන්නත් කලින් ඔයා P&L එකට දාන්න ඕනේ. Right? ඕම තියෙනවා. Right? Prepare the relevant primary books to record the above transaction. Posting entries specific journal are not required. Prepare general journal. Prepare the trial balance. Likewise, you can see there are other things. So give a try to do this. I will upload a recording of this one as well. Easy clear to send. මේක තනියම කරන්න. මේක record එකක් මම upload කරනවා. කරපු එක. ඔයා මේක බලලා ඒක හරිද කියලා බලන්න. Hello, can you send me? Right? So this is the end of the primary book. We did around 3 days. Can you hear me? Send me a thumbs up. No thumbs up. Are you there? Send me a thumbs ups. Oh, are you there? Right. All right. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you like how many minutes you need? How many minutes? Right. Okay, I'll give you like 20 minutes break today. We can go to the control account. Now you can write in this cute, primary book part 1 thing fully done. Right. Now unit 4 part 2 I'm going to do. Right. Unit 4 part 2, I'm going to do control accounts. Next week we can finish bank reconciliation and error correction. So let's go to the bank reconciliation and error correction after that. So first today let's finish the control account. Okay, let's meet 12:30, right?